Hello, everyone. It's the Green Blob here. Welcome back to episode. Welcome back to the MCPE Let's Play series. Today we're on episode 49. This is the last of the building episodes, episode 50. As per all of the other, as per season 2 and season 1, is a world tour. Now you may notice that my fan is not on. That is because we are in the month of fall and I no longer need my fan to be hot, and now I need a heater to stay warm. So this is the build we're going to start off with. We have two builds we're going to be doing today. If the sign would stop flickering, this is Cave House 2. I already have some pictures looked up, so I'll take you to my gallery and I'll show them to you. Alright, so there are some pictures I didn't get, but the builds are just so memorable that I have them. But these torches right here, they led into his underground cave house. Right here is the top of it, and here is the inside of it, kind of. Here was the basement, which was off to the side over here, which is not in this picture right now. But here's the basement. Later on in the series, he had the Aether portal on the other side of it. Here is the bedroom, which I believe, yeah, it's this door over here right next to the furnace. And then here was the other thing where he doesn't have his basement quite yet, but yeah, I've worked out where the basement is and all of that. This is a pretty simple build out of builds that I built. But on an off-related note, one thing he did when he was in this series was he installed a whole bunch of mods. Now, one day he was walking by in the middle of a field and he was talking about something, and well, you may notice to your left is an NPC. This could be Herobrine, or it could just be a random NPC that looks like Steve. But we'll never know. Here's another picture of it right there by the waterfall. So yeah, now I'm going to go onto the Minecraft world, and I'm gonna start building. So first, to start off, if you'll ignore the barking dog in the background, I'm going to give a stone wall to cover up this glass, and then, like we did with the other builds, I'm going to puncture a hole in that stone wall, and then build the build right next to where it would be. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because if I didn't do it, and it was a little bit farther back by like one block, then you would not get to see this, and it would just be a huge stone wall. By the way, again, please ignore the barking dog. This is part one of his build. He used TNT to blow this all up, and this whole water feature is part of another build. Let me show you. So this thing is supposed to be the start of an elevator, a water elevator that would take you down, but it doesn't do that here because I didn't want to build that much of the build into this build, if that made any sense. That is the start of it, and this is where it would lead out to. So then over here he had an entrance, and into this entrance was a cave, so I'm going to do the cave. And this is room 2, which is a tunnel, which takes you into a longer stretch of mined out tunnel, and not a cave. And in there is a ravine, and in that ravine is the house. So I'm gonna have to dig this out too. So now if we go down this corridor, we have a tunnel which leads us to a larger tunnel which leads us to a ravine. And in this ravine, or this is my attempt at a ravine, it's very quickly put together because my family is home and I don't want to spend too much time not seeing them. But yeah, here are the stairs like that. Down here, also this is where he was getting a lot of obsidian from. Down here, he had a fireplace, and his house did catch on fire at one point. Did the game just crash? No, the game did not crash. Good. And over here was his bedroom. If auto jump would not be so picky about jumping. And close that. Up here was crafting table, chest, and furnace. Here was a yellow flower, and here was Steve the mushroom. And here is the 8th portal. Here is a nether portal. Here is the doors. Another thing I want to mention, actually, Steve the mushroom right here is in season 3, and he was also in season 2. That's where he originated. They found Steve the mushroom in the nether. Now, Steve the mushroom, Venturian said the only way you can know that it's Steve the mushroom is that he will be alone. And that's the way you'll always find him. But in season 3, he comes back down, and Steve has a family, and this I asked him this in a live stream, and he did answer my question, but not in a thorough answer. Yeah. So yeah. Now let's go on to the last build of season 3. I thought I'd give you an outside perspective, just because. Here's the first build, here's the cave, and here is the ravine, and this is how much unused space there was. So yeah, now let's go on to season 2. So now we're going to start work on the second, the Koopa Castle in season 2. Here is this build, which was Elsa's Castle, they called it. Here is the roller coaster to space. That is an outdated image. This is the Koopa Castle. And over here is the updated image of the house. Here's the updated but I really only took this picture to get dimensions of the tree farm over here. Not that. This. Okay. Then over here is the top from the garden leading into the entrance. Here is the entrance. Here is the first floor, and here is the second floor. This is, I guess I use this to get the stair dimensions and how close things are, and also this pillar right here connecting the windows. Over here is the garden on the top. Here is Immortal's build. Here was the rest of it because I only took it from like halfway. Here's the other half of it. Here is the throne room. Here is Isaac's or Barbie's mansion, Isaac's tree farm. It goes by many names. They then later blew it up in later episodes, but I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it as best in shape as it was. Yeah, that's how far the thing went. Here is the entrance, leading up to things. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through things really quickly. Here was the upstairs where he had a pool. Now currently in the biome they're in, it's ice, but the thought was that when summer came around, the ice would melt. But even though Minecraft has no seasons, and this will stay ice forever. And here is the pillar on top of the upstairs. And yeah, that's everything. So now I'm going to go back into Minecraft and try and build it. To start off, getting this thing in the mood for me, to terraform it, I am going to uh, place down snow, because that was the biome this was in, a wintry biome. So I'm just going to place down snow to get me started, and hopefully that will bring back the feels to try and capture the build and best as it can. Because time is running out for me in the day, I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. Uh, I have a fever. Um, and so, uh, it's um, it's hard for me to record at the moment. But I'm gonna still try, and work on doing things. Um, I had this a lot better worded out. And an example I did. I kept going through my mind, what am I gonna say when I start this? And that did not go to plan. I did not say exactly what I wanted to say. So yeah, let's keep building. And here is this build. Let me take you through it. This is Koopa Castle. There was a door down here, which he had a tunnel leading to the other side of. Well, this would originally be a mountain, but I too lazy to build a mountain right now, especially since I just do a lot of terraforming in general. So I'm too lazy to do a mountain. So maybe I'll do it in the future. But here is the inside. Um, very, very accurate to the original. Besides the flickering things, I can't get rid of that. Yeah, this is the bedroom. This is the main room. This is, I guess, where he got his supplies and stuff from. And up here is a guard post and a lake or a pond. So yeah, I'm gonna go on to the next thing, and yeah. This next build was a short roller coaster. Well, actually, it wasn't this short because they didn't have a bounding box to build in, but it was a lot higher. I believe it was a lot taller than this pillar on the top of this as well. So yeah, it's just a roller coaster that would kick you off into. There was a ravine down there, uh, but I haven't put a ravine in there. And this is the final build that I'm able to do today, so we'll probably go into tomorrow as well. But here is the dock, and down here is the throne room. So yeah, this is gonna take yet another day, and I'm still not done. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, guys. You remember how I was saying, um, I was sick on day two. Well, on day three, I couldn't even feel like recording. But it is now day four, and I'm ready to do some more building. This build was the what they called it, Barbie's Mansion. Um, and let me show it to you. So here up here we have the entrance, and there was the infamous tunnel to the void. Uh, nice view of the outside as you can see, and in here is the tree farm. Now I put string over the trees so that way they don't grow, because I do not want this to get full and look ugly. So yeah. Um, and not all the soil is wet, but it will be eventually. So now let's go into the next build. And yet again, after a couple hours later, this is the final build. This was the Donuts Tower, which they thought this pink wool block looked like donuts. I'm kidding, by the way. Um, Here is what I was doing. They had this parkour course. Well, the actual donut story is true. The joke is that I did not actually spend hours building a tall pink donut tower. Um, but here's the parkour course. I suck at parkour, especially since I'm not in survival mode. I can't do it properly. But I'll show you a very rough estimate of the course. Now down here would be the prize, but I thought about doing things a little bit differently this time. Instead of me explaining to you everything that's in the series, you guys should go watch the original video to see what's down there. But also, Isaac blew up the tree farm. This was his tree farm, by the way. Um, and he had one log left, and they put butter on it, and they're like, "Oh, it's toast." And they put torches around it. So I thought, I want to keep that block, but I also want to keep the tree farm, so I'm gonna blend the two. So yeah, this was episode 49. 4 days in the making. I am very tired. So yeah, hopefully you guys like, hopefully you guys comment, hopefully you guys subscribe, hopefully after you guys subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you all again next time. Also visit the channel's link down in the description. Goodbye.